Top issues for voters in this midterm election included education, healthcare, and immigration. In addition to an ongoing effort to deploy active duty military at the U.S.-Mexico border, the Trump administration also tried to end temporary protected status, better known as TPS, for several countries. But that plan has been held up by court challenges. Charlene Santiago from our Washington bureau tells us how the legal back and forth is affecting families as they wait for the outcome.
Immigrants from El Salvador, Nicaragua, Haiti, and Sudan were going to lose their TPS until a federal judge temporarily blocked the administration's plan. Of course, this decision was quickly appealed by the government. I spoke with the El Salvadoran family and how they are managing this decision and their plan of action. Nelson Mansour and his wife have been protected from deportation for 18 years under the temporary protective status, better known as TPS. Now, their future as a family is in hands of the federal court.
If my wife and I go back to our country, our kids would stay here. But what's going to happen?
One reason cited by the federal judge who kept TPS in place was the emotional distress, fear, and anxiety that could come from a family member facing deportation. Mental health experts recommend that parents have very thorough conversations with their children about the different scenarios the family could face, but that it should be done carefully.
You have to keep in mind that you're not going to talk in the same way you speak to a 4-year-old than you would to a 16-year-old. They're in different developmental stages and interpret things differently.
And such is the case of the Umansor family. Of Nelson's 4 kids, his oldest is 19 and his youngest son is only 7 years old. Not knowing what could happen has a lot of weight for both the parents and their kids.
It's not fair that Donald Trump wants to take away all of this from us. It's too late for him to do that. My family has everything here.
We're going to stay here, and with all of these cancellations of TPS, the last thing we want is there to be family separations.
And the government has agreed that TPS will remain in place while the court case proceeds. Immigrant families that are affected will keep their TPS for at least 180 days after a final court decision is made. In Washington, Charlene, Santiago, Cronkite News.